point on the hypotenuse of a triangle is at a distance A and B from the sides of the triangle. So we have taken a triangle and now we have to take a point on the hypotenuse of the triangle. So OAB is the right angle triangle which we have considered, and the hypotenuse has a point which we need to take. So I am taking C as the point on the hypotenuse so that it is at a distance of A and B from the other sides. So this is one side. So from O we are taking it as at a distance of A, and from OB, OA, A, and OB, suppose B. Okay, so these are the respective sides which we have taken. You have to show that the minimum length of the hypotenuse. What is the length of the hypotenuse? AB. So you have to consider actually AB, and we will consider AB as AC plus CB. Okay, and that should be minimized. That length should be giving you the minimum thing, and that is this one. The minimum length should be this. That is what you need to prove. So first we have taken the triangle. From the triangle on the hypotenuse you have taken a point as C, and this distance, that is from OA, from one side it is having a distance of A which is given. Again from other side you are taking the distance is B. Okay, so you are getting, suppose this point be D and E. So that we need to take actually the triangles to get the values, that's why, okay, to get the sides. So suppose this is theta, this angle is theta. What can you say about this angle? This will also be theta, right? These are parallel lines, so you will have same angle. So first we will consider one triangle of which we will find out what is AC, and from this triangle we will consider or find out what is BC. Okay, so first let DC equal to A and EC is equal to B, and angle OAC equal to angle, or you can say DAC also, okay, DAC is equal to theta is equal to angle ECB. Both are angle theta. Now we have to start with the length. Okay, so first we will find out what is AC. For that we are considering this triangle. Okay, consider triangle DAC, or you can say ADC. Okay, from this since we have to get this side and we know this side, we will include like that. That is, if you take sine theta, you will get opposite side by hypotenuse. We need this, we have this, that's why. Okay, so we are considering sine theta from that triangle, and you will get it as CD by AC. What is CD? A by AC. Now from this we will find out what is AC. AC will give you A by sine theta, which can be written as A cosec theta. So AC you got as A cosec theta. Now next thing we will consider this triangle in order to get what is BC. So consider triangle ECB. There again you see here you have the adjacent side for this angle. If you consider this is adjacent side, this is hypotenuse, so you have to consider cos theta here. Okay, so cos theta is equal to EC by BC, and EC is B by BC. Now what will be BC? BC is equal to B by cos theta, which is equal to B sec theta. In order to avoid that denominator part, we are just writing like this. Okay, this much is clear. Now what is the question? You have to find the minimum length, right? So that the minimum length is this much. So we will start with the length. Let the length of the hypotenuse be some variable you have to take. So let h be the hypotenuse, that is AB. Okay, hypotenuse of the given triangle, so that we can write that variable, use that variable. So h is equal to now AC, which is AB actually, which is AC plus BC, right? Now what is AC? You have got it to be A cosec theta plus BC is B sec theta. So this is what your function is. H is equal to A cos theta plus B sec theta. Now you have to differentiate this twice. First derivative equated to 0 will give you the value of theta. Okay, so here h is equal to will give you dh by d theta. This is h equal to, so this will give you A into what is the derivative of cosec theta minus cosec theta cot theta, plus B, what is the derivative of sec theta? Sec theta tan theta. Okay, so you are getting minus a cosec theta cot theta plus b sec theta tan theta. This is your dh by d theta. Now again we will just what we have to do, either we have to differentiate it again and then find out what is the critical point, or else you can find out critical point from here itself. Okay, now I am just finding out what is the critical point. This to 0 will give you the critical point, that is for maxima or minima you have to equate this to 0. So you will get minus a cosec theta cot theta plus b sec theta tan theta is equal to 0, or a cosec theta cot theta is equal to b sec theta tan theta. Right? Now we are just changing cosec and cot, these four things, in terms of sine and cos. Okay, so this is a by, here you will get sine theta for this cosec, 1 by sine theta. Cot is cos by sine, so a cos theta by sine theta is equal to, here again tan is sine theta by cos theta into sec is 1 by cos theta. So what you are getting, a cos theta by sine square theta is equal to b sine theta by cos square theta. Now if I make it as some sine by cos type, so I am just taking this sine square to the other part, that means it will become sine cube theta, sine theta into sine square theta sine cube theta, and here you have cos theta, it is coming here, so that it becomes cos cube theta, and here in the right hand side you are, sorry, left hand side you are having a, and this b has been taken to the right left side, so it will become a by b. Okay, now what is this sine cube theta by cos cube theta, which is tan cube theta, sine theta by cos theta the whole cube, sine theta by cos theta the whole cube is equal to a by b you are getting, that is tan cube theta is equal to a by b, or tan theta is equal to a by b the whole raised to 1 by 3, correct? Now if you want, you can just write theta also here, which is theta is equal to tan inverse of a by b the whole raised to 1 by 3. So this is what your critical point is. Okay, now the main thing which we are doing is, we are finding out what is sine theta and cos theta, because in H you need cosec theta and sec theta to be replaced. So first thing which we are doing is, we are just finding out what is sine theta and cos theta using this tan. Now you have got tan theta is, just see, tan theta is a raised to 1 by 3 by b raised to 1 by 3. Now if I am considering a triangle with this is theta, it is opposite side by adjacent side, tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side, so opposite side is a raised to 1 by 3, adjacent side is b raised to 1 by 3, right? So what will be the hypotenuse? Root of base square plus altitude square, so you are getting root of a raised to 1 by 3 the whole square plus b raised to 1 by 3 the whole square, right? Now what is that? A raised to 1 by 3 the whole square is a raised to 2 by 3. Actually, so I can write this as, from this I will get what is sine theta. Now sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse, a raised to 1 by 3 by root of a raised to, this will become 2 by 3, the power will become 2 by 3 plus b raised to 2 by 3. Again what will be cos theta? Cos theta will be adjacent side by hypotenuse, so you will get b raised to 1 by 3 by root of a raised to 2 by 3 plus b raised to 2 by 3. So these two are important in order to replace them, or else you have to convert it in terms of tan. Cosec and sec can be changed again as in terms of cot, then replacing it. Okay, so this will be easy if you find out what is sine and cos. Derivative d square h by d theta square is equal to minus a constant. You can just take these as product rule. Cosec theta into derivative of cot theta is minus cosec square theta plus, again cot theta as constant, and taking the derivative of cosec theta, which is again, sorry, cot theta into minus cosec theta cot theta, okay, plus b into, again you have product of 2, so sec theta into derivative of tan theta sec square theta plus tan theta into derivative of sec theta tan theta. which will give you, again you see here you have in both the terms negative and here also a negative, so these terms will be positive. A cosec cube theta plus A cosec theta cot square theta plus B sec cube theta plus B tan square theta sec theta. So in this case you need not replace the values for these things in order to say that this second derivative will be giving you a positive quantity or not, because all these are positives, you don't have any chance to get a negative sign there. So you can say that at theta is equal to, what is the critical point? Theta equal to tan inverse of A by B the whole raised to 1 by 3. At this point the second derivative, that is d square h by d theta square, will be greater than 0. That is enough. You need not replace here because all are positive here. Okay. So when theta is giving you, at this point you are getting the second derivative to be positive, what you can say, therefore the hypotenuse or the length is, what you need to show, minimum. When it is greater than 0 it is minimum. Okay, it will give you the minimum length at this point, right? The length of the hypotenuse will be minimum at theta equal to tan inverse of A by B the whole raised to 1 by 3. Now one more purpose is left, that is you have proved that the thing which you are getting will be minimum. Now you have to get the value of the hypotenuse. For that you have to go for what you have taken as the function. In that function you have to replace the values. Equal to A cosec theta plus B sec theta, we are replacing the values which we got. Now cosec theta means it is 1 by sin theta, right? Or you can take the reciprocal of sin theta here. So you will get it to be like root of A raised to 2 by 3 plus B raised to 2 by 3 by A raised to 1 by 3 for your cosec value, plus B cos theta is this one, means sec theta is the reciprocal of this. So you will get again root of A raised to 2 by 3 plus B raised to 2 by 3 divided by B raised to 1 by 3. Okay. Now from these two you can take out this root of part. Root of A raised to 2 by 3 plus B raised to 2 by 3 into what is left in the first part, A by A raised to 1 by 3 plus B by B raised to 1 by 3. Root of A raised to 2 by 3 plus B raised to 2 by 3 into, now what is this? These are both, the base is same as A, so it is A raised to 1 and this is A raised to 1 by 3. So it will become A raised to 1 minus 1 by 3 plus B raised to 1 minus 1 by 3, right? So it is giving you A raised to 2 by 3 plus B raised to 2 by 3. That means its power is 1. This has the power as 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 and 1 will give you 1 plus 1 by 2 will give you A raised to 2 by 3 plus B raised to 2 by 3 whole raised to 3 by 2. Correct? So this is what you need to prove, that the minimum length which you are getting. So this is actually acting as the minimum length of the hypotenuse. The minimum length of the hypotenuse is this one. Show that the altitude of a right circular cone of maximum volume that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius r is 4r by 3. This is what you need to prove. So the altitude means the height h if you are taking, and the volume should be maximized. So you have to consider the volume. Okay, volume of the cone you have to consider, volume that can be inscribed in a sphere. So first we will just draw a sphere. Inside that you have a cone to be inscribed like this. Okay. Now what they have given is, they have given the radius of the sphere as r. Radius of the sphere as r means it will act as a constant. Okay, that will be acting as a constant. So we have taken capital R, capital H as the radius and height of the cone. This is r, this is h. Now what will be this much? Because if I am considering this triangle, what will be this much of length? This is r, means this is also r, this much is r, the total is h. So here you will get it to be total minus r, right? We have to get a connection including these three, that is the given concept, R and H we have taken. So in order to consider this, we will take this triangle, this one, the small triangle, so that we can connect all the three and find out one variable in terms of the other, because the third one is a constant. Okay, so we are considering this triangle. You can just give name A, B, C, O, D. So we are considering triangle ODC. Before that, you can just write OD will be H minus R, DC is R, and OC is small r. In the triangle, we need all these things. Okay, considering triangle ODC, Pythagoras theorem you are applying. For Pythagoras theorem, what you will get? OD square plus DC square is equal to OC square. Replacing the values, OD is H minus R the whole square plus DC is R square is equal to OC is small r square. Okay, so we are just expanding so that one will get cancelled. Okay, H square plus R square minus 2HR plus capital R square is equal to R square. So this R square get cancelled and you are getting H square minus 2H small r plus R square. So we know that R and H are the variables and small r is a constant. So from this we will just find out what is R. Okay, because here you have H in both the cases, no, in both the terms. So R is easy to find out. R square. What will be R square? This will go there, positive 2HR, and this will become negative. So this is what you are getting as R square. Now this we will use in what we have to maximize or minimize, that is volume. So we will start with volume of the cone. What is volume of the cone? 1 by 3 pi r square h, right? 1 by 3 pi r square h. Remember what you have taken as a variable, accordingly you have to take, because small r is already given, you cannot use that. 1 by 3 pi r square, we have the value, replace it, 2h small r minus h square into h. Now you can just multiply them so that this will become, first term will become 2 by 3 pi h square r, h is also there, no, that is multiplied, minus 1 by 3 pi, here you will have h cube, so that the differentiation will become easy. So v is this. Now what you need to find out? dv by d, which is the variable here? H. So it is dv by dh. Okay, differentiating with respect to h. So you should know that this r is a constant, you are just differentiating with respect to h. That means all these are acting as constant. 2 by 3 pi r are constants, and h square you have to differentiate with respect to h, so that you will get 2h, minus 1 by 3 pi is a constant, differentiate h cube with respect to h, you will get 3h square. So this 3 get cancelled. Here this will become 4 by 3 pi r capital H minus pi h square. Okay. Now we have to equate it to 0, and that will give you the condition which is given there. Okay. So for maxima or minima, you will have dv by dh is equal to 0. So that will give you 4 by 3 pi r h is equal to pi h square, right? Minus equal to 0, it is going there, so that the sign gets cancelled, pi get cancelled here. H, actually you have 2h here, you should not cancel that. In here you can just take out as a common and say that h has two things, that is h can be either 0 or the other value. But when h is 0, you just see the height will go, that means you will not find any cone there. That's why we are just neglecting the case when h is equal to 0, because it is not possible. Okay, so I am just showing it for the ease key. You have 1h here, but don't, that cancel process is not valid. You have to say that since h equal to 0 is not possible, you will get here what is remaining part, you just see 4 by 3 r is equal to here h. since you can just write h is equal to 0 is not possible. That's why we have cancelled it. Normally we should not cancel any term like this. Okay, clear? So you just see, you have got that the altitude is this when the volume is maximum. That means now we need to show that the volume is maximum. For that we have to check the second derivative at this point whether it is giving you the maximum or not. That means you should get the second derivative as less than 0. This is okay. In starting with the first derivative and taking the second derivative with respect to h will give you 4 by 3 pi r constant. Derivative of h with respect to h will give you 1 minus pi is a constant, derivative of h square will give you 2h. Okay. Now at this point you have to check the second derivative. H is equal to 4 by 3 r d square v by dh square will give you 4 by 3 pi r minus, replace the h value here, 2 pi into 4 by 3 r, which is equal to 4 by 3 pi r minus 8 by 3 pi r, which is minus 4 by 3 pi r, and this is less than 0, right? So at this point the second derivative is less than 0 means by second derivative test you can say that h equal to 4 by 3 r is a point of maxima. You can just check, it is asked as maximization, is a point of maxima. Okay, so show that the altitude you already got and the volume you have just shown that it is maximized there, and the altitude is 4 by 3 r. Okay. So volume is maximum at this point. Just write volume is maximum when the altitude is 4 by 3 r. Question, show that the height of the cylinder of maximum volume that can be inscribed in a sphere. Again, in a sphere a cylinder is inscribed. So you have to draw a sphere and take a cylinder inside that. Okay, this much we have taken. Now the given part is sphere of radius r, means again the radius of the sphere is given to be capital R, and again we are considering some triangle. So this is O, either here you can take or here you can take, so same concept. Okay, so this is given to be capital R. We are just taking the radius and the height of the cylinder you have to take here. Okay, here we will use, since the radius is given to be capital R, we will use small r and small h as the radius and height or altitude of the cylinder. Okay, so this one is small r. What about this part? Because the height of the cylinder is taken to be total, in total this much is your h, this will be h by 2, right? From the center to this part, this will be h by 2. Now again you can use your Pythagoras theorem because it is right angled. So you can consider the triangle, you can just O, A, B, C. Now consider triangle OAC or OCA. From there you are using Pythagoras theorem so that you will get OC square plus AC square is equal to OA square. What is OC square? H by 2 the whole square plus AC square is R square is equal to capital R square. Right? Now you should remember that capital R is a constant here. So this is constant. You have two variables out of which you can find out one thing and replace it. So if I am finding out R square, why R square every time? Because in the formula of volume you have R square, so that can be easily replaced. If it is H you are finding out, you have to find out and it will be give you root of something, no. So this is easy to find out. Okay, minus r square minus h by 2 the whole square, or you can just make it as r square is equal to r square minus h square by 4. Okay. Now again to the question, what you have to maximize? Volume. So you have to start with V of the cylinder. Volume of the cylinder is equal to, what is the volume of the cylinder? Pi r square h. So here you have used small r and small h, so it is pi r square h. Now replacing this r square with this value, you will get pi into r square minus h square by 4 into h, or pi r square h minus pi by 4 h cube. So this is the volume. Now differentiate this. This is V, okay, V of the cylinder is taken as V, so that we can write dV by, what is the variable here? H. dV by dH is equal to pi r square, again constant with respect to h you are doing, so you will get first term as pi r square minus pi by 4 is a constant, h cube, derivative of h cube is 3h square. So dV by dH is pi r square minus 3 by 4 pi h square. Equating it to 0 for maximization or minimization, you have to equate it to 0. dV by dH equal to 0 will give you the critical point or the value of h at which the volume will be maximum or minimum. So you will get pi r square minus 3 by 4 pi h square equal to 0, or pi r square is equal to 3 pi by 4 h square. Pi gets cancelled and you have to find out h. Okay, so h square is equal to, this will go there, it will become 4 by 3, it is r square in the numerator, so that h is equal to, you are taking the root of, so it will become 2, denominator will have root 3 and r. You just see 2r by root 3. So h you have got. Now you have to just tell that this will give you the volume to be maximized or minimized. So this is actually the critical point. Now we have to check for the second derivative, d square v by dh square. First we will find out and we will check at this point. This is dv by dh. So here we will just see, this is a total constant, you don't have any h there, so first term becomes 0. Okay, minus 3 by 4 pi, again constant, so differentiate h square with respect to h, so you will get 2h here, so that it is minus 3 by 2 pi h, correct? Now you have to check at this point, that is at h is equal to 2r by root 3, the second derivative of the volume with respect to h becomes minus 3 by 2 pi, instead of h we will replace it with 2r by root 3, so that you are getting 2 gets cancelled, this will become root 3, so minus root 3 pi r. You have a negative sign, so you can say that it is less than 0, and since it is less than 0, second derivative is less than 0, means the point h equal to 2r by root 3 is acting as a, is giving you the, is a point of, what you can say, point of maxima, right? Therefore h is equal to 2r by root 3 is a point of maxima. Now one more question is there, also find the maximum volume. Now we will find out what is that maximum. This point, what will be the volume? Maximum volume, from here you will get pi r square into h is 2r by root 3 minus pi by 4 into 2r by root 3 the whole cube, which will give you pi, here you have r cube, right, and 2 by root 3 minus, this will give you 8 in the numerator, pi, then r cube, 4, here root 3 the whole cube will give you 3 root 3, right? So that it is 2 pi r cube by root 3 minus 2 pi r cube by 3 root 3. So you can take out in common 2 pi r cube by root 3. So that the remaining here everything is gone out, so it is 1 minus here only root 3 is left in the denominator, so 1 minus 3 is left in the denominator, right? Root 3 has been taken out, so 1 minus 1 by 3 will give you 2 by 3 into 2 by 3, right? So it is 4 pi r cube by 3 root 3. This is the maximum volume, 4 pi r cube by 3 root 3.